traitor, Marc Antony! I knew he could not be trusted. He is as sly as a fox, too quick and too cunning. Oh, if Brutus only knew how he actually was, this would have never happened. I do love Brutus, but he is too trusting, just as Caesar was. Caesar's downfall, his downfall was his ambition. Believing himself to be a god, to be undefeatable, brought about his destruction, which was served righteously and justly.
But was it really?
What? What is that? Who goes there?
I am but a figment of your imagination. You can think of me as your conscience.
My conscience? So you're trying to tell me that I doubt my earlier decision to overthrow the greedy Caesar's tyranny? Ha! Only a coward would do something like that.
Think about it. Was Caesar's death necessary? Surely there could have been some other way.
There were none. Caesar was a selfish, ambitious man with no right to hold power. He was weak, not a god, but merely a man. There are plenty of worthier candidates out there.
A great man is dead, leaving his wife widowed and his country leaderless. Is this worth it?
Of course! When ambition threatens to overpower equality and to control those around it, the ends will always justify the means. Don't you have anything to say to that?
Cassius, what on earth are you doing?
Well, you see, it seems that I was having a conversation with my, conscience.
Are you alright? Do you feel ill? Is this some sort of unlucky plague of the mindset from the gods in retribution for the murder of Caesar?
I'm fine, dear Brutus. And need I remind you that it was not a murder, it was a sacrifice for the good of the people.
But the facts remain, my hands have been permanently stained with the blood of my friend.
You had a choice, Rome or Caesar. You picked the right one.
Yes, I chose correctly.
But did you really?
Ah! What is that? A ghost, perhaps? Out for the revenge of Caesar's death?
I am your conscience.
So you know my innermost thoughts and secrets? Then tell me, conscience. Did I make the correct choice in joining Cassius' conspiracy rather than defend Caesar?
Well, what do you think?
It was for the good of Rome. Caesar would have enslaved us all. Cassius has shown me a Rome with Caesar as its ruler is a falling Rome. So why do I feel not like a hero, but like a traitor, a backstabber, a conspirator? Certainly at the time, I was sure, but now, seeing the destruction on the streets and the tears in Calpurnia's eyes, I have to wonder if this is all worth achieving. Caesar's life for Rome's prosperity, but is this prosperity? It doesn't seem so to me. But surely the return of democracy and the freedom from tyranny justify this slaughter. Yes, that must be true. Otherwise, everything we work for is for nothing.
Talking to yourself, Brutus? Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
You speak as if you've already won the war.
I may as well have. The people are in my favor, thanks to your letting me speak at Caesar's funeral. Although I did lose my composure a bit while standing next to the blood-soaked coffin of my greatest friend.
Caesar was my friend as well, and I did love him. I simply love Rome more.
Caesar was a fair and just ruler. He brought prosperity to the land and was able to please the common people. Rome has lost once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. There can never be another Caesar. However much Cassius wishes he had the late Caesar's power and influence.
I do admit, Cassius can be envious at times, but no matter his motives, the job got done in the end. I will not stand for you to discredit him in my presence.
Ha! That man is blind to the attentions of those around him. Oh, Cassius is a snake, poised to strike. I must be cautious, but if the time comes, I will kill him. Goodness knows Rome will be much better off without him.
Are you sure that's true?
What? Halt! Who goes there?
I am your conscience. I asked you, are you sure that Caesar's death didn't benefit Rome?
My conscience, Well, just to humor you, conscience, I am completely sure that Caesar is no threat to Rome. His so-called ambition only showed when brought out by others, like the traitor Decius. According to Calpurnia, he worked hard to make Rome great, and the gratitude he received was a knife in the back. Oh, if the gods have any sense of justice, they will act against those traitors.
So you think that Cassius and the others deserve death, though Caesar did not?
While Caesar was not ambitious enough to harm Rome, Cassius clearly is. Brutus's behavior was excusable in that he believed he was fighting for a just cause. Cassius has been jealous of Caesar for many years, and his ambition led to the death of a great man. Even if Caesar had taken power, what's the worst thing that could have happened? Rome would have become even mightier and more powerful than she stands today. If I had the chance to kill Cassius, I would. I do not prefer murder, but if it means Rome is rid of one more piece of scum, then so be it. Hello, Calpurnia. Are you feeling alright?
Am I feeling alright? My husband was killed today.
Oh, I am truly very sorry. You know who you might want to speak to? You might want to speak to Portia. She is restricken as well for some reason. She might be in her house.
I will console her. Indeed. Your husband Brutus possesses the skills needed to move a crowd. He is not one to use them for a cause he sees unjust. But he slaughtered my husband and convinced Rome that it was in the name of liberty. But he did so believe it was. I think that Cassius is to blame. He was the one who roped my husband into the scandal, I'm sure of it. My husband is normally very level-headed. He would not have agreed to this. It's like so drastic and sudden without being manipulated somehow. Yes. Oh, Cassius was always jealous of my husband, even earlier in their lives. Oh, he's the type to use the guise of justice and freedom to achieve his own means. Demon. Thank you for the wine, it's delightful. I do hope you're feeling well. I do not know if any of these things will make me feel better.
Could you imagine Cassius as the ruler?
Oh, goodness, he would be terrible. A leader's actions, you know, even the small ones, have drastic effects on their country. Rome would become as tainted and greedy as he is.
Even if your husband had become a king and taken complete power, he would have been fair. That's how he was as a senator and as a member of the triumvirate. Another reason Cassius was jealous of him.
But my husband is not perfect. He can be arrogant and is easily swayed by simple flattery. This is a dangerous quality in a ruler. Imagine how those other barbarians would be able to influence it, and therefore influence Rome.
That is true. I had noticed his ambition as well, but it was not as much of a problem as Cassius and the others made it out to be. And to be honest, most people are at least a little bit ambitious towards their goals. It can be a good thing. It only becomes dangerous when it's blown out of proportion.
You know, this whole thing could have been avoided if the men just sat down and talked out their problems.
Men.